Right, just finished work. Sun's out. It's pleasantly warm. First time I've had one layer on for I don't know how many months. So it'd be rude not to get out on the bike for an hour before sun starts going down. First glimpse of spring for a long time. Still a few big puddles about though. Can't for the life of me understand why people think it's acceptable to just come and dump all the shit in places like this. Every day you come down here, somebody's been down in a car or van just dumping all the crap. No excuse for it, the tips are open. They're just lazy bastards. It's about time the police put some cameras down here. If you've ridden down here and you're on Strava, you'll have seen that that particular segment's called Fly Tipping Sprint. Absolutely shocking. No excuse for it whatsoever. Should hang the bastards. There are some nice little off-piste bits over here to the right hand side, but the weather's been that shit recently, it's not really worth riding them at the minute. If the weather carries on like this for another week, I should be off doing some exploring into there until I can get out of Nottinghamshire and lockdown's lifted. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera, but that wind is still absolutely brutal even though it's nice and warm. It's like cycling into a wind tunnel. We've got all this area closed off now. They are logging it, but I think it's only a matter of days before they start and take the bike park down. I've been threatening to do it since end of last year. Still here now. As you can see, they've been through with the machinery, but for the foreseeable the jumps are still here. I very much doubt they'll have had a change of heart. I think they'll still take them down, but fingers crossed they might have had a change. Who knows? I can understand why they're doing it, because we've got people trying to do these sort of jumps that don't really know what they're doing. But it's such a shame for everybody else that's just learning to jump, wants a bit of progression, start on the easy lines and maybe one day work their way up to these big babies. There's not really anywhere else around here that's got these facilities, but I know they've had loads of accidents during lockdown. So not a popular decision, but I can understand why they're doing it. I've said it a few times now, that could be the last go on the bike park ever, but it's still here. I think it's only a matter of time before I come up here and they've all been demolished. What they put in there, I've got no idea, whether they just leave it as a clearing or whether they actually compensate and put something in there. We'll have to wait and see. Still a couple of diversions on the blue. I think they'll be trying to get this finished before everything reopens at the end of the month. I reckon I've got about 45 minutes at most before I need some lights, so I don't think I'll get all the way around, but we'll see how far we can get. bike was making a bit of a clunking noise the other day when I came out, and took the pivot bear, well, looked at the pivot bearings, re-greased them all. I have ordered a new pair to come on Friday, so I'll be doing that next week. But just re-greasing them has made a world of difference. The bike's much quieter than it was the other day. But after 3,000 miles almost, I think she's ready for a new set of bearings. This next section, Sniper Alley, they have just resurfaced it all where the machinery's been. It's not quite as flowy as it was before because it's still bedding in, still a bit soft, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. There are a couple of lippy bits they've put in as well that weren't there before. If you're not expecting them, could catch you out. Still a fun little section. If you know where this bit is, then you're in the know. If you don't and you want to know where it is, drop me a comment in the comment section below and I'll try and explain to you where it is. It's probably far easier to write it down than try and explain. Starting to lose the light a bit now. I don't think I'll be getting all the way around. Right, that's about as much of the red as I'm going to do tonight because I'm losing the light rapidly. So I'm going to do this last bit of the blue and start to head home before it gets dark because I really can't be asked to put my lights on. So it's maybe quite dark on the camera. I've redone this bit again as well, I'm not sure why, because it was perfectly fine as it was before. Really soft and sandy now. I was just starting to bed in before. That's awful. Hopefully bed in after a couple of weeks though. It's pure sand. I've redone quite a few bits. This wasn't done the other day. Be nice when it's hardened up, but at the minute it's too soft. Before 6 o'clock, a little bit of light left, just enough to get home. Maybe 14 mile. Lovely, lovely evening. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Get me to 1,000 subscribers, that'd be marvellous. Cheers for watching. See you in the next one.